the top 5 traits that men want in women. I interviewed 100 masculine men. I asked them, what are you looking for? What are you not looking for? What are your biggest icks? What would make you run for the hills? And what do you want to have in place before you commit to a partner? They answered all of those and everything in between. If you want that report, I'll send it to you. Just comment report in the comments and I will send it your way. For now, the top 5 traits that men want in a partner. Number 5, supportive. And I would go as far as to say supportive of this man's mission. What I find is that women are either one of 3 things when it comes to a guy's mission. They're either a detractor or neutral, or they're an accelerator. What are you to your man and the men in your life? Number 4, nurturing. What a man brings to the table and what a woman brings to the table is typically the things that they do not have themselves. So a man can go out there and make his bag. A guy can go out there and conquer the world. Guys, by and large, very rarely are genuinely, innately nurturing. So we want that from our feminine counterpart. That's number 4, nurturing. Number 3 is love and connect. These are things that guys are never going to get from the AI dating apps. They're never going to get from marrying a robot. They're never going to get from anyone aside from his feminine counterpart. He wants love and connection as number 3. Number 2, he wants a best friend or teammate, you could call it. I think what a lot of women don't understand is that when men jump into partnership, they're looking for someone who complements their strengths. They're not looking for someone who's the same as them. If you think of the best teams, they have complementary players and each individual is good at something different. That's what makes them an amazing team. Guys are looking for a best friend and teammate in partnership as well. And number 1, this came up across so many categories in this report. The number 1 thing that men are looking for in a partner is loyalty. And the fastest thing that would get a guy to run away from a potential partner is signs that a woman is not loyal. I'm about to make a video on the top 5 things that men want when a stressful thing happens in their life, like how they want to be supported by their women. If you want that video, hit the follow button and I'll see you there.
When will shorties learn that dudes don't want to wife up shorties that smashed everybody?
Like, a secure man won't really ask you about your body count, I feel like. I mean, why does he care / want to know? Like, that's none of your business. Like, I don't ask, like, that's not even a thing I really think about. It's like, what's this man's body count? Unless he's like the town bike or the community bike, which I've encountered a few times, which I get wary about those guys. I'm sure they get wary about me too. So it's two-way street. It's an antiquated way of thinking.
Yo, imagine me going into a bank with some badass credit and I want them to give me a loan and they tell me no. And I'm like, you know what? A secure bank is gonna give me a loan. That's where I'm gonna go. Like, she sounds idiotic as hell. And you could tell she's again, the women that are ashamed of like this are the ones with the high body count. Because a woman with a low body count that's secure in how she respects her body and all that, she ain't gonna give a on none of this. She's out for the streets. And yo, men value purity and women value experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, as for a man, it's hard to get since for a woman, you know, it's easy. So it's respected for a man that's able to get his. That's just how it is. If you call a plumber, you know, for your toilet and you got an expensive bathroom and the plumber's like, yo, it's my first day on the job. No, bro, I need a veteran. I need someone experienced. And that's how that works, bro. Women want an experienced person. They want someone that knows what they're doing. This chick, obviously, you know, you heard her. She's come across those guys because she's ashamed. She's a you know, and whores are not to be wifed up. That shit is gross. So, you know, there's consequences for high body counts with a lot of trauma, not being able to be a good wife because, you know, of everything you've experienced, a lot of baggage when it comes to all the dudes you can compare the current guy to. Nobody wants none of that. Dudes don't want to be compared. So this is just another jump off mad that, you know, she's gotten rammed a lot and there's not much future for her besides maybe a simp or dudes that just want to blow her back out continuously. And then that's it. On to the next one. So stay pure, and we don't want none of this.
Passive men lead to exhausted women. When a man doesn't lead, that creates a vacuum in the home, and what ends up happening.
You say passive men lead to exhausted women, but most men who claim to lead are the ones who are most passive about the things that matter, and having an uninvolved partner is usually what's exhausting. Most men who talk about leadership think that leading consists of bringing home a paycheck and having authority, but being a man is not synonymous with being a leader. You can't call yourself a leader if you need a list to go to the grocery store. You can't act like a leader when it comes to money, but act like a child when it comes to laundry, and you also can't call yourself the man of the house if you're simultaneously whining about how you can't find your keys. Most women don't want a leader, they want a partner. And most men don't actually care about leading, they just want to be able to make decisions unilaterally and do what they want without question. These are the guys who say things like their home is a dictatorship, not a democracy, but also can't tell you the name of their child's pediatrician. They call it their home and their car, but they can't tell you who they have for home insurance or when was the last time they got their oil changed. Bad partners create exhausted women, and men who think that their paycheck absolves them of household responsibility authority create exhausted wives. Men who talk about leadership very rarely lead, but need to believe that they're leaders in order to feel like they're in control. They use the illusion of leadership as a tool of toxic dominance because their need for authority is entirely self-serving. And to frame passiveness as if it's a bad thing when it's often an element of compromise and communication is damaging because it makes it seem like men who value the opinion of their wives aren't strong. Passiveness doesn't equal weakness, but you make it sound that way because you believe that women are meant to be passive and you think that the only way to be a man is to be the complete opposite of a woman. But good partners don't worry about authority because they practice partnership. And a good man doesn't worry about being called a leader because he's too busy being a good husband and being a good father.
So many of these modern women, they want a man that's passionate about them. They want a man that shows an intense longing and a desire. An intense longing and a desire for them. And men are saying, after what I just saw, no. You ain't got nothing else to desire. You didn't show it all. Absolutely not.
You think feminism is the reason why men no longer want to pay the tab on dates? Paying for a date is definitely not red pill ideology, lol. I need you to listen to me very closely. Firstly, yes, I think feminism is the primary contributor as to why men no longer want to pay the tab on dates. Now, why is that? Let's put on our thinking cap for like 2 seconds. Women used to be viewed as property. Women used to be strongly discouraged from entering the workforce. Women weren't even allowed to have bank accounts until like 50 years ago. So those misogynistic forms of oppression that were taking place led to men paying for more things, correct? Like that is objectively where that comes from. You have no argument there. And let's think about what kind of progress we made in the last 50 years. Women can work. Women can work in specific fields. Oh, we should shrink the pay gap. Women are not property. Women are human beings with autonomy that should be respected. So when those misogynistic ideals that led to these men paying for everything are going away, that desire to pay for everything, yes, is going to go away. And if you think that concept is far-fetched, then what is it? You know what I mean? Like, is it social media? Like, really, is that what you're going with? You think social media is what's making men not want to pay for dates? I think the concept of, hey, me and this woman are both human beings, why would I pay to play, is a much more likely concept. And also, partially due to feminist progress, there are many women who want to pay for dates now, and knowing that those women who want to pay for dates are out there, yes, men are going to want to pay. Like, are we not getting this? And as for the paying for the date not being a red pill ideology, it's funny how you just said these things, really. If I were to describe a red pill with like one phrase, it would be extreme gender roles. And what's a gender role? Men paying for the date. And literally, like, have you seen any of these red pill people speak? They absolutely believe in paying for dates. 90% of them believe in providing, okay? They just happen to believe in other stuff that you don't like. It's funny because when you guys look at red pillars, like, you just think of the misogyny and stuff like that, and you think that's all it's about. When in reality, you are much more of a red pillar than you are not.
More and more women are reporting that as their partners watch more red pill content, they start reporting the changes that the men in their relationship are going through. One woman broke up with her man the minute he started watching Fresh and Fit. One of the women in this article says that her boyfriend fell deep into the red pill stuff, watching Fresh and Fit, Andrew Tate, MGTOW content. And eventually he ghosted her, and she wondered what the hell going on. And he said he was using something called dread game, which is something in red pill spaces, which means you want to make the woman chase you. And it's more emotional manipulation than it is anything else. It's not attractive. If anything, it's the reason he doesn't have a relationship anymore. These women are saying things like, I don't recognize the man anymore after he started watching this stuff. There are countless stories of this. I have posted about it before, but what's unfortunate about red pill manosphere content is it's no longer just for the youth. It's no longer just for kids who were locked down in COVID and were just watching YouTube. There are married men who are falling for this. It's insane to me that you would throw your own relationship away because you're following the words of a man who probably isn't in a relationship. Myron Gaines, Andrew Tate, they are not in relationships. They don't know how to keep women happy. Thus, they try to make other men unhappy with them. And I've also posted in the past that Canadian lawyers are also seeing a wave of divorces, claiming that the men that they were with started watching red pill content and the relationship went to hell. So look out for the signs that your man is falling for this. Probably a telltale sign that the relationship is going to end unless you can snap them out of it. There are women in my comments who have said that their partner started watching it after the woman realized this. She had a talk with them and they ended up being able to pull it out. But it becomes something where you almost have to deprogram these men once they start going down this path. There are article after article of women who are finding that red pill is ruining their relationship, and this is just another example of it.
Growing up, I could tell my mama had a new boyfriend without her even saying one word. You could feel it in the house. She'd start cooking the good food. Music playing, cleaning up the house. She laughing, smiling, in a good mood. And as a kid, you don't understand relationships yet, but you understand energy. So I knew mama got somebody she liked. But I also knew when it was over or when things went bad, get quiet around it and angry, mad energy everywhere. Watching this pattern over and over growing up, the crazy part was who she treated good and who she treated bad. The men that came in to be stepdad, they had good jobs, you know, they wanted to help and they was good men. Those were the men that she ran into the ground. She made them pay bills, buy stuff, use them up, push them away, lie to them, and play games on them. But the dudes from the street, the tough guys, the stiff dudes, them dudes she treated way better. When you grow up watching that, as a boy, it changes you. You start learning a lesson about the world. You start thinking being the good guy gets you used. So when I got older, I made a decision. I'm not about to be the nice guy. And the crazy part is, when I tried to be the nice guy, I got treated the same way I watched those other nice guys get treated with my mom. And that's when I realized something. A lot of us don't grow up learning love. We grow up learning patterns. And if you do not recognize those patterns, you'll either repeat it or you'll spend your whole life reacting to it. That's why so many men change. Not because they were just born cold. It's because mama showed them what happened when they not.
A lot of these men have realized that, unfortunately, for a lot of these modern women, it might seem like opting out is the best choice. Because when you look at how much stress you have to go through, modern women being inconsistent, just those two alone will have you saying, or, you know, kind of reconsidering and saying, well, maybe this is not the journey for me right now. Maybe I need to go build myself up. Maybe I need to focus on myself. Maybe I need to put a little bit more into who I am.
95% of men in a recent study admitted to using a method for getting from a woman they knew didn't want it. And all these researchers had to do was promise one thing that no one would ever find out. So the study comprised of 2,689 men. Their ages ranged from 18 to 34. These are not prisoners, as I discussed in a previous study. These are just regular people, a community sample. 2/3 of them were employed full-time and half of them were in relationships. So the survey specified a woman you knew did not want sex and had not consented. This woman had to have no history with you, and the researchers stripped from their questions every word such as or coercion, and they repeated one promise: nothing you say will be traced back to you. So 95% described at least one strategy, but the average man in this sample described 9. So here were some from the list. Get her away from everyone, isolate her, get her somewhere private and under your control. Keep her drunk if she's already drunk. Some of them used physical restraints, and 2/3 of these occasions ended in the sex he wanted. So these same men with their names attached are in your comments right now, or in my comments too, typing "not all men." So the truth is available this whole time, but accountability is the part that has to be forced. Part 2 is going to talk about the number 1 strategy on the list. Follow me for more.
Equal custody being dangerous for divorce.
There is a shift in law where families, if they divorce, that there could be equal custody in
Kentucky. Yeah. I think there's a couple other states that have unfortunately implemented that now, and they want to tout it as like this great thing to lower divorce rates. But the women know that it's not because they're staying happily married and this is suddenly something has drastically changed in their lives. It's out of pure fear that they are staying because they're terrified of the level of care that their children will receive in their absence.
Yeah.
Potentially
I grapple with this all the time professionally because I do have a lot of female clients, and very often they're reluctant to agree to a custody or access schedule where their husband or soon to be ex-husband has a lot of time with the kids. And their justification for it is, well, he never saw the kids that much. He never helped with the homework. He never did any of the heavy lifting of parenting. And my response to that is, and do you want that to continue? Because that's a recipe, by the way, for him becoming the grass on the other side of the fence that's greener when your children grow up. Because that's the thing. Kids grow up. Like, that's the thing about them, is they grow up. And like the difference between 48 and 52 might not be a big deal, but the difference between a freshman in high school and a senior in high school, it's like a different species. Like the freshman in high school is a kid, and a senior in high school like almost looks like an adult and has some adult-like characteristics mentally, but not completely, right? But like the difference between 48 and 52 is like hardly anything. Like, shut up, your back hurts a little worse. That's it.
Six out of 7 of my most recent first dates have canceled on me. Instead of whining about it, I figure let's rank these women's excuses, saving the best for last. My date tonight, I messaged her this morning to confirm and simply no reply. Ghosting, it's a classic, but it's low effort, it's not very creative, so Catherine, last place. Sunday's drinks date was canceled with I really feel like shit's all congested. Sickness, it's boring, so Nicole, 5th place. 3rd and 4th place both go to Carolyn, who asked me out twice and canceled on me twice. First to go apartment hunting, and the second time to stay at work late and wrap gifts. I appreciate the dedication of with me twice. She asked me out a 3rd time and I hit her with the Bugs Bunny no emoji. Thursday's date was canceled because she got called in to work a flight to Paris. I love it, flying to Paris, how romantic. And it calls back to prior narrative structure about how she is a flight attendant. Some beautiful date cancellation. Bella, 2nd place. Favorite date cancellation, she faked a head injury, claimed she slipped on some ice at work and can't show up, wanted a rain check but never followed up to my reply, which makes sense because maybe she has a concussion and is we'll never know. Elizabeth, 1st place.
You know, a lot of these modern women, what they don't understand is because they're going to continue to ask, how come good men don't talk to them? How come good men don't give them the time of day? Is because y'all continue to try to make men compete, and they've already proven themselves. A lot of these guys that you have in the friend zone, they've already proven themselves many times over, but you still got them out here. Oh, well, you know what you did last week didn't count. What you did 3 months ago didn't count. You know, I've got a new roster, you guys. Just keep on competing and maybe somebody would win. Lucky me. No, you're not that special.
So I saw this study that almost half of men aged 18 to 25 have never approached a woman in person. And let me tell you, that was literally the most disheartening statistic as someone who's in that age group and who just deleted all her dating apps because she wants to meet someone in real life. I really do not want to hear anyone about a male loneliness epidemic when half of men my age aren't even attempting to talk to a woman in real life. I completely understand the fear of rejection and everything. It's hard out here to just go up and talk to someone you don't even know. But I feel our dependence on online stuff, dating apps, Instagram, whatever, has kind of made it so that no one talks to anyone anymore in real life. Because why risk rejection in person when the most you could do is slide into their Instagram DMs, and then if they say no, that's it. You don't have to see them again, you know? You don't have to face that rejection in real life. Also, though, that people are gonna say, it's 2023, why didn't the woman just approach a man? That is completely fine. I have done that before. I have been the one in my past 2 relationships to, pursue, I guess, the man first. But sometimes a girl just wants to be asked out, you know? If you're looking cute, you want someone to be like, hey, I think you're really pretty. Can I get your number or something? So, I don't know. I guess this is a message for guys. If you're watching this, don't feel super afraid to ask a woman out or say something. It doesn't have to be anything big. You just say, I think you're really pretty. Can I have your number? If she says no, respectfully move on. The fear of rejection that people have is really deterring them from ever saying anything to anybody now, especially because it's so easy to be like, oh, I could just like look them up on Instagram later and like say something or like their story, which doesn't mean anything. So yeah, I guess this is your sign to talk to somebody today. If you think they're cute, just say something.
You ain't brought no value to me.
Trying to get to know me.
Because you already talking about money. That's like me saying, well, you can give me some head then. So come do that.
I'm good.
Okay, so leave.
No.
What you mean? No, I don't want you in my car. It's pointless. I'm not spending no you. I'm not taking you shopping. I'm not doing that.
You can though if you wanted to.
You keep talking about I can. I'm telling you what I'm not doing though. I can do a lot of things. I can do whatever I want. But I'm not doing it. I need you to hear me clearly.
Alright, so then pay some of my bills.
How about you get out? How about we start there? You don't. I don't want you in this car.
You got money.
You wasting my time.
How am
I got money that I worked hard for. Why would I waste it on you?
If you're getting to know me.
Why would I pay your bills for what? Why? Tell me why a random stranger that you just met should pay your bills.
That you was trying to talk
It doesn't
to,
matter.
And I'm giving you time of day.
Tell me why a stranger you just met should pay your bills.
Because if you got money, why not?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that I got money. Pay your bills.
I do, but if I can get the help from somebody that I'm getting to know, why not?
You're not getting to know me because I don't want to get to know you no more. Go, digger. You can get out. You can let yourself out. Go home and think about what you did.
Hey.
Crazy, bro. The audacity that these females be having, bro, is just insane, bro. The fact that they be begging like this is wild, bro. I'm tired of that, bro. We gonna keep on exposing us, bro. All 2025, y'all know what it is with me. Subscribe to the channel.
Manosphere.
What did you learn from that?
I hate men.
You think someone now? You seen someone now, or?
No, I'm totally single now because I hate men.
No, you can't hate men, girl.
No, I hate men.
Hate's a powerful word.
I hate men.
Why do you hate men? Why do you hate men because of one man?
Manosphere.
What did you learn from that?
I hate men.
No, but you gotta tell me, you gotta elaborate why you hate men.
Because it's disgusting.
No, just say you see the man of your dreams tonight and you think, oh, I hate men. What are you meant to do?
Be very rare.
Just say you did. So you got some leeway there. Look, she got some leeway now. So you don't hate all men, then, do you? So the right man comes along, basically.
It would be very, very, very rare that the right man would come along. Are you in a relationship?
I'm not, no.
Are you single?
I am, yes.
Why are you single?
I choose to be.
You choose to be?
Yeah, too many options out there.
Why? Oh, the interviewer of this conversation is part of the manosphere because he chooses to be single, but he chooses to be single because there's too many options. So what he basically is saying is the grass is always greener on the other side, which actually backs up my opinion in the sense that that's why we hate men, because men always think that there's something better on the other side.
I'm not saying there's anything better on the other side.
Anyone that's listening to this right now, men in
and haters gonna hate.
And haters gonna hate.
Like you.
You know, men have decided it's easier to take a step back. It's easier to opt out rather than trying to hop into confusion, rather than trying to force my way into a situation that, quite frankly, doesn't seem advantageous to me. Doesn't seem like it's going to go well. So I'm not going to sit up there and continue to be like, oh man, I got to get her. No, I don't. The alternative with me forcing myself into this space is I have somebody acting crazy with me. And I don't have time for that.
When people say that flying out is simp culture, I feel like the people that say that are the people that can't afford to just fly out a different girl every week.
A person who leads with their primary commodity is a low value person. A woman that leads with her box is a low value woman. A man that leads with his wallet is a low value man.
Men that do fly out women, fly out a different girl every week, they're not simping these girls. They're not doing it for them. They're actually on them and then multiple and doing terrible, doing their thing. So I don't believe it's simp culture in any way, shape, or form.
In the men world, game is what really puts you on top of the charts. Like, it's not about the money. Anybody can get money and spend it.
No,
it's not like
skill. That's the reason why it's not respected when women have a large amount of men, because There's no skill. A woman can go outside, raise her hand, and say, I want to have sex with somebody, and guys will come flying. As a man, you're only getting sex if you provide value to society. If you're somebody that women admire, attracted to. So a man that leads with his wallet and just pays for, like, nobody's looking at that like he's him.
Yeah.
Paying for that's not something that guys
we don't get
like,
excited. Oh yeah, I can't wait to pay.
He's him,
I
bro.
can't
He
wait.
paid for it, yo. If
Like
you
you
knew
said.
Michael B. Jordan was paying for, would he still be Michael B. Jordan?
He wouldn't be. You wouldn't look at
Nobody's
him.
looking at the same level.
After having 4 kids by 40, I can honestly say I'm finally in a place where I can just be. I got tired of living in anger from being betrayed by the I thought I loved. I decided to love myself. And baby, when I tell you this love is unmatched, this the type of love that have you think, do I even want a nigga?
No! You don't need no more. No. You've done enough. You. They won't betray you when you was letting them hit raw, but you've done enough. That's right. Focus on you, Pooh. Because on behalf of we good. We quit your job and get rich. Hey, look, if you're working a job that you hate, you've been working 40 hours a week for $40,000 for 40 years so you can retire broke. I got a way that you can make up to $10,000 to $20,000 per month with your social media, with your phone. All you got to do is comment the word content below and pick up my online 4 to 5 figure Ugly Money University course and let me show you how I did it so you can do it for yourself. It is so easy that a kid can do it. My daughter actually does it for me. So tap in, comment the word content, and I'll see y'all on the other side because who really want to keep working at that job?
Listen, I made a video the other day saying that a woman who disrespects a man is dangerous. But I had to spin it back because some of these comments, woo! I've seen a lot of women trying to justify disrespect. Talking about some, well, I disrespected him because of this or because of that, or it's always a man doing something to a woman to make her do that. No! If you gotta explain your disrespect by listing what somebody did to you, baby, you already lost. Because let me tell you something. Before I ever belittle a man, before I tear him down, before I step out of my character, I'm walking away. Every single time. You don't get to hurt me and then turn me into something I'm not. That is not strength. That is lack of control. And I know that might hit a nerve, ladies, but that's the truth. Trying to hurt somebody back by disrespecting them, that's not power, that's a reaction. So when I say that behavior is weak, I mean that. Because a strong woman does not need to lower herself to prove a point. She removes herself and let that be the point. I said what I said.
The happiest wives, are submissive, and the happiest husbands are dominant. And I'm going to explain why. Because there's only one relationship dynamic where a man and a woman actually thrive together. And it's the exact one that you've been programmed to hate. Look at the couples around you. Really look. The ones that are constantly fighting, those are the two people fighting over who has the power. Every decision is a negotiation. And every disagreement is a fight. There are two leaders locked in a power struggle, and their nervous systems don't get a single day off ever. But now, look at the calm couples, the ones that feel easy to be around, right? He leads, she trusts the lead. He decides, she follows. And before you scream oppression, let me educate you on what it actually is. It's specialization. He carries all of the weight, the direction, the protection, the decisions, everything. And she protects something that his strength can't touch. The soul of the home, the emotional energy, the softness, the sanctuary. He protects the house and she makes it a home. Take either one away and you don't get equality. You get two hands on one steering wheel and that car is going straight off the cliff. Here's the part that just flies over people's heads. Attraction follows polarity, period. Masculine and feminine are magnets. They attract because they're opposites, but make those poles identical, they repel. And that's how most of you become roommates with a mortgage. That's why so many equal partnership couples haven't even touched each other in months. They didn't lose love. They killed the polarity. So no, A thriving relationship isn't fixed in couples therapy. It's lived. He leads, she follows. Simple. Do you disagree with me? Or do you agree?
Until they catch one Abuja boy, beat him well. After beating him, they will sit up and start saying hello. Because tell me why, Abuja man, what is going on? Because I'm not understanding. You said you wanted high value women. We have them here in Abuja. You said you want working class women. We have them here. You said you want legit, beautiful lover girls. We have them here in Abuja. You even said you want good girl with a shower vibe. We have them here in Abuja. Now, can somebody make it make sense why an Abuja man will see a fine girl, well put together, looking very good, you will open your eyes instead of opening your mouth? As an Abuja man prefer to open their eyes. They will look at you to the point that you would know that this man is looking at me. In fact, this man wants to marry me, but he will not say anything. Some of them will make it so obvious that, hey girl, I'm looking at you, you're pretty, you're very beautiful, and they will not still say hello. What is going on? Are they not princesses? They want Abuja girls. You guys should tell us. If you want us to come after you, just say it, because it's no longer making sense. Because tell me why a girl will spend so much time looking good, and you will see her, you will like her, and you will not compliment. You will not even say hello. What is going on, Abuja man? What is going on? That's why everybody in Abuja now wants to turn to lesbo. Because what is going on? You will see a fine girl. What will it stop you from saying hello? Billing. Did I hear somebody saying billing? Billing. Leave billing. Say hello first. I beg. It's tiring. Say hello. We're putting effort. How can you see a fine girl and you will not? Abuja man, what is going on?
Fellas, I gotta react to this because are we dropping the ball when it comes to this?
A lot of men don't understand that pouring into your woman unlocks her superpowers. Like a woman's superpowers are femininity, her ability to nurture, her ability to, see what her man doesn't see in terms of the small details and things of that nature. But she has to feel fulfilled within a relationship to be able to give you those at an efficient level. And a lot of men don't really take the time to truly pour into their woman to unlock those things. Now, that doesn't mean, paying bills. That doesn't mean, the fact that you go to work. That doesn't mean the fact that you're, being faithful. All of those things are great. Don't get me wrong. But if you don't have that connection with your woman and she feels alienated when you out there getting to that bag, or when you out there, starting that business, or with your friends, or doing whatever it is that you're doing, then, she begins to move like an outsider within a relationship, or move like she's in a relationship by herself. And at that point, she cannot unlock what it is that makes her great.
You see, it's 100% not just about paying bills and protecting. There's an emotional and there's a mental side of it. I'm not talking about wisdom. I'm talking about just fulfillment, like a deeper layer to a woman that you have to be able to pour into. I mean, it's a lot of men and women that think that this whole part of a relationship is just fulfilled by having sex. And that's just not. It's actually a very immature, childish way to think of this. That's not deep at all. But I'm a firm believer that you have to pour into each other. But before you're asking for something, are you even doing it? Are you meeting the prerequisite? Are you the person that is showing up and getting that done and then saying, hey, you're not returning this, or you're just waiting and asking? All in all, fellas, I say just pour into your girl, man. This is a sad way to go out and lose your girl. But ladies, this is not a big reason to leave a man. If he's doing everything and falling short here, you cannot expect perfection from anyone. Give him time.
And modern women they're asking, how come good men kind of stop engaging with them, right? But you have to understand that, the kind of man you say you want. So the kind of man, well, I want a man like this, and this. And the man comes up in front of you, and you let the man go, right? And you let Chad and Tyrone play in your face. And then a couple of days later, you want the good man to show up and rescue you. You want the good man to be a shoulder to cry on. What? Oh, well, you should allow me to do that in each and every situation. No, I'm a good guy. I'm not a doormat.